If I would have been able to make this video even a month back, because the game came out and honestly the achievements were relatively easy to get. I mean, the only thing that actually took some time was the cameo grind of getting, I think it was 5 different characters max level, because the cameo XP grind was way different than the normal characters, just because it seemed like it was taking triple the amount of time. But the biggest issue with the platinum grind for this game is the fact of the Mighty Have Fallen trophy, which was the Titan battle trophy. Now this just came out, which I don't know when this video will go up, but it came out around, I think maybe 3 days ago, 4 days ago, and I was hyped for the main reason I could finally get the platinum for this game, because everyone probably had 99% of the achievements done and literally just needed this last one for the plat. But the problem is, when the game came out, you know, for like early access on September 15th, we did not have access to even try to get this trophy. There was no Titan battle. The whole pyramid mesa was not even available in invasion mode, so we couldn't even attempt to try it. I do not like when games hide anything behind anything, like if it's a paywall of content, if it's just an achievement that you have to get later down the line but it's like not available. Like, I don't like when games do this, and there's not many games, or even I really don't even recall another game that's done this where they hit the platinum behind just the fact that the content is not there. Now, rather than me making an entire rant for the entirety of this video, I will say the game is fun. The Mortal Kombat 1, I'm a casual at heart when it comes to fighting games. I'm not a fighting game connoisseur where I spend time and practice and try to learn things, but Mortal Kombat 1 was kind of a change of pace, because I did enjoy, one, the story. The story was cool. I enjoyed the fact that we're restarting time. Now, there's going to be no spoilers here. I will say I enjoyed the story up to, I think, like chapter 12, and then I started kind of side-eyeing certain things where I'm like, okay. And then the little cliffhanger ending was also kind of weird, because I'm just like, do we care about this character that much? I'm not going to say exactly who or what happened, but there was things that I had my gripes on. But all in all, like, the story, I like the new direction that it was going. I think they fleshed out a lot of characters, gave a lot of characters kind of a bounce back redemption arc of maybe they weren't as cool in the 3D era, but now you got like Ashra, Havoc, and Raiko, and all these characters all of a sudden now becoming more fleshed out, cooler, and honestly, I mean, I love Ashra in this game. Personally, I liked her back then, but not as much as I do now. Her moveset's cool, and I mean, coming from a casual, it probably means nothing, but I thought she was dope. But a lot of the achievements are really self-explanatory. I mean, 3 of them, I believe, comes from the story. There's one for being in practice. There's a couple. I mean, the game is entirely online. I don't even think you can actually play, or at least you can only play like local play when you're offline. I don't even know if you can play the story. I'm not entirely sure, but like Invasions is completely tied online, and a lot of the achievements pertain to that mode, especially that Titan battle. But you really get every single trophy to pop just by playing casually. The only one that you actually kind of have to go do and grind is literally the leveling up your character to max, and then leveling up 5 cameo characters to max. But the other one, I guess, would be going into a practice mode for an hour. For me, that's a lot, but for the average fighting game person, like they're already probably done this without even thinking about it. They didn't even have to look at the achievement list, and they probably already unlocked that trophy. But then there's the Combat League. My experience, I actually played only Kung Lao. That's my favorite character. It's always been my favorite character, and yes, I know how down bad us Kung Lao fans are half the time with him dying in every single iteration he's ever been in. But I'm still gonna be on his side. But with the help of Katana, that is my favorite character. But I went into Combat League with Kung Lao. Now I don't have any footage of this because, like I said, with it being a whole month and a half of waiting for this whole Titan battle trophy to even be available to try and get,
there is no longer any question.
I couldn't even save any of my footage. I ended up deleting most of it because I'm like, okay, this achievement's just never gonna come. and there was like no talks about it, no like a timetable on when it was coming out. So I have no footage of it, but I went 6 and 2. I got destroyed by a Raikou in my first ever set, and then I got destroyed by a Scorpion that nearly kept me in the air like the entirety of the game, and I was like, holy shit, I am not prepared. But those are like my Welcome to Kombat League games, and I was like, okay, this might be difficult. I think I'm just gonna lose all 5, because you only have to play 5. After losing the first 2, I ended up 3-0ing a Reptile, 3-0ing a Smoke twice, and then running it back with a Raikou and literally eviscerating the shit out of it, mainly because through my experience of online, Raikous were like the bane of my existence, it seemed. Every one of them just kind of, I don't know, there was just something about the way he grabbed me it felt a little bit more malicious, and that I just kind of hated it, and it started to piss me off. But it was fun. I didn't really have any gripes with the game as a whole. Like the game as a whole, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, it's, you know, you have stuff there for the single player people and with Invasion, but you have, you know, the game. I can't really speak on the ranked online for the actual fighting game people, but what I played, I kind of enjoyed. I'm not gonna lie. The cameos weren't as bad as I was thinking they were going to be when we played the beta, because I was like, this is kind of different for Mortal Kombat at least, but I thought it fit pretty well. I will say the Serena combos started making the game a little bit repetitive, because you know if they got a full 2 bars of Serena, then you know they're going to do one little combo string and hit that. I think, I don't know the terminology for things, but just, you know, they're going to do that Serena move where you throw the 2 daggers and it comes back and hits them again, and they're going to do the exact same thing, because that was my bread and butter. I was a Serena pleb as well, mainly because I just didn't want to get rocked online, so I tried to learn at least a decent chunk of a move to even try to do online to help myself. Now, I will say, I did miss the crypt. There's just something I always loved about going in the crypt and trying to unlock every single reward there is, because in this one, all there is a shrine that you kind of, I mean, Invasions is kind of a thing that's replacing the crypt, but there's a shrine that you can give, I think, 1,000 coins to, and you get random stuff. But the thing is, in the first, I think, maybe week or a couple weeks, I was already done with the shrine. I couldn't put more coins in because it said I already got all the season's worth of coins. Season's worth of rewards. So I had to come back next season. I'm like, well, what can I do with the rest of these coins? So I didn't like that. I enjoy the crypt where I see how much there is. There's an end to it, and I can see the end.
I thought at first it was a LAKEY assassin.
I don't know, there's just something about the crypt I liked a lot better. And as for the characters, I think the roster was really, really good. Like I said, they revitalized some of the 3D era people, as well as some of the cameos. You know, wow, I would have rather seen like Shujinko be a mainstay of a character. He wasn't, and probably not a lot of people like Shujinko like that, but I was a fan of him because I love Deception just like him. But I enjoyed the cast we got. I think everyone's moveset's pretty cool. Everyone's fun to use. This is the only Mortal Kombat that I've played in a very long time where I actually did spend time in practice to learn a character, and I actually had a couple characters that I knew kind of what to do with. But I will say, once the Titan battle actually unlocked and you got to do it, that shit was harder than I thought it was going to be. And while I would have had the patience back then to try to do it legitimately with no cheese, I grabbed a whole big bag of cheese. I went and grabbed that one item that you can get from the shop in Shang Tsung's laboratory, to where I can just infinitely use a talisman. And then I did the survive thing before you do the Titan battle, where I could then get the Warhorn talisman, and then I went over to Baraka, used the Warhorn talisman, and since I had an infinite amount, I could just keep using it. Do not use it more than 3 times, because I clicked it 3 times and I thought my PlayStation was about to die. It started running super slow. You're gonna see it probably. I mean, you won't hear what I was hearing, but I swore, like, I thought at least the audio was starting to bug out, and I didn't know if it was my PlayStation 5 or the game, but yeah, it was starting to buzz, because once Baraka went to, I think, its 3rd phase, it started to actually go up, because he used his Warhorn talisman as well. So there was 2 Warhorn talismans going at the exact same time, and I could have sworn that, like, it's just my PlayStation was about to explode or something. But there's an easier way to cheese it as well. I think there's a Windbreaker Talisman where you can literally just destroy every single phase in like one hit. So I mean, there's that cheese as well. But don't feel bad if you have to cheese it. I feel like this trophy is allowed to be cheesed for the sole reason that we had to wait a month and a half to even access it to be able to get the platinum. But if I had to give this game a score out of 10, minus the, you know, I gotta minus some points just for them not having the trophy right off the bat. I know it's probably just, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but I gotta minus at least a point from that. I have to minus about half for the sole reason of Natara being voiced by Megan Fox, so we're at about 8.5. And then I'm gonna add a little bit because I actually did enjoy starting the game off with Kung Lao, so it's about an 8.7 because I actually did have a blast playing it. And even the grind of the cameos, while it did suck and I didn't enjoy doing it after a while, it was the only headache of this other than waiting. It was more waiting than anything. You had to just sit there and wait and grind to get your cameos all the way up, and then you had to wait for that trophy to be there. But other than that, I did enjoy the game in all aspects. I didn't really have any issues online like most people were having. I don't really have a big gripe of the store because, I mean, I'm a free-to-play guy. I don't rarely ever buy things at a store unless I really enjoy the game, and I have to really enjoy the game to start purchasing stuff. But I'd give it an 8.7, maybe even an 8.75 out of 10. I do recommend playing it. I don't recommend platinuming it because while it is easy to platinum, I just think it takes more time than I think it is worth. But let me know down in the comment section below if you got the platinum. Have you been waiting for that Titan battle to finally be released so you could get the platinum as well? Let me know you're grinding if you enjoyed the game, and just let me know your thoughts on Mortal Kombat 1 as a whole. Did you enjoy it or were you disappointed? Are you even playing it anymore? Just let me know your thoughts down below. But if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe, and you guys know the drill. I will see you guys later.